Here's where Albert Kim and his funky crew stray the most from the source material by taking 3 whole episodes and smashing them together in this thrilling Omashu two-parter, doubling down on the already ballistic pacing. We start in the Fire Nation with these plebs.
We strike tonight. We don't have the numbers. We don't need numbers.
We need change.
We have our anger. We have our grief.
Right! We don't need things like planning or strategy. We have
anger, grief.
And this sad girl. I don't know why exactly they thought revealing Azula like this would be a good idea, because we already know what she looks like. So the only people finding out are the people in the show. And even then there's problems with that, because with most families of royalty throughout history being celebrities, wouldn't most people in the Fire Nation recognize the royal family? Wouldn't their faces be in art all over the place? These people are basically slaves, right? So they must have spent enough time here to at least see imagery of the people in charge. Maybe these people all just lived under a rock their whole lives, or maybe the royal family is very private. I don't know though. They don't really strike me as the reclusive type.
Oh no, we got caught.
What the fuck was the plan here? There were no guards when you walked in, and that doesn't raise any red flags?
This was a one-way journey. The greatest nations in the world. Isn't that right? Azula.
Doesn't it look wonderful, Shadow?
I want to pee on it.
There is no escape. Don't make me destroy you.
Our rule, to ensure an era of
order to the galaxy.
Will it take another century of loss and suffering?
Do not speak to me of loss.
I think they meant for this to sound hard, but it does the exact opposite. Making Ozai get emotionally affected by these peasants makes him look weak and unintimidating. Cartoon Ozai wouldn't have even given these schmucks the time of day.
Die!
Why would they even run the risk of letting them get this close to the Fire Lord? Because they have bad security? Because the writers wanted Daniel Day Kim to introduce Azula? And they can't come up with anything more interesting? I have to admit though, Daniel Day Kim is the best casting for Ozai we will ever get. Look at him!
What's this?
A message from one of my commanders in the Southern Seas.
Because the audience might be too stupid to remember what happened at the end of the last episode, so we have to show it again.
Zuko has found the Avatar?
I actually think the competition between Azula and Zuko is interesting. We only got a glimpse of it during the finale.
You can't treat me like this! You can't treat me like Zuko!
And we need some semblance of an arc for Season 1 Azula, since they're taking the liberty to introduce her this early. So in concept, this is an interesting approach. In execution, however, well...
The water whip. I don't get it. Basic bending forms are mostly just physical movement. But when you get into the harder moves, like the water whip, you really need to reach inside and feel the energy flow.
Just one little problem.
Riddle me this. Why is Aang, an
Airbender, not a waterbender.
who we haven't seen waterbend at all, teaching Katara, a waterbender, how to waterbend?
Don't think about it.
Currently, the writers of this show are following the false gods of character writing according to Aaron Ehasz. Likeable, relatable, and sympathetic. This Katara is likable because she smiles? I don't even need to talk about Aang, because you could just swap out his traits for Katara's with a touch more confidence, and functionally, nothing would change. Sokka is desperately trying to be likable, and it's... Scenes like this really speak to the depth and perspicacity of these writers. Katara's trauma is handled in an overindulgent and unnecessary way.
There he is, beating that dead horse!
We've seen this exact flashback 3 times now, once in each episode. That's cute, but they made sure to cut away from it really fast.
Look! I think it's another airbender.
Fucking where? Dude, I had to go into my TV's settings and max out the brightness to fucking see it. I swear the script writes itself. This is film 101 stuff right here. You gotta put your subject where the audience will see it clearly. You know what? Let me just... yeah, there. Isn't that better? Make a note of this scene in your head. Remember that Teo, a non-bender, is flying this high up in the air.
I can alert my contacts.
No!
Understood. Avatar remains in this area. If he gets too far north...
Fire Nation forces everywhere. They're sure to find out.
I suggest you allow me to contact a few memes. Very good. To the Fire Nation.
Hey, that's not how you bow.
Zhao failed his officer training program 3 times.
Did I ask for your opinion?
Who took Zuko's balls?
The safety of the crew doesn't matter.
Want a break from the ads?
I said it in the last episode, but he's just a whiny bitch. Season 1 Zuko is supposed to be a self-serving and smart guy with a quick temper who has a deeply rooted moral compass that foreshadows his redemption. And they took that and made him Drake if he was poor and more insecure.
Look at my eyes. You guys want to do something? You guys... That's what I thought. No, that's what I thought.
Speaking of which...
That's it! The gauntlet has been thrown down!
Netflix writers, I'm talking to you now. You fundamentally misunderstand every fucking character and their flaws. I'm going to use your favorite literary device and exposit to you how to fix your show. First of all, every character in the cartoon is highly intelligent in their area, and the show respected the viewer's intelligence too, and trusted the audience to use their imagination for what they were showing, and not showing. I know, mind-blowing stuff. Aang is very jovial and naively confident, yet hesitant to accept responsibility. Katara is highly caring for her friends whenever they need her, but almost too headstrong.
What do you think, Aang? Do I act like a mom?
Well,
Stop rubbing your eye and speak clearly when you talk.
Yes, ma'am.
Sokka is a skeptical and witty young man who grew up in a traditionalist society, so naturally he would be sexist, but the duck's already been roasted on that front, so...
Whatever.
And at the same time, he is extremely adept in both engineering and strategy. I already did Zuko. Iroh. Don't get me started on Iroh. Azula is a poised, strategic, and focused perfectionist who is very hard on herself, pushing her strength not only physically, but mentally as well. Appa is a fucking character, and I will have you respect his name. He is loving and loyal not only to Aang, but to his friends as well.
I missed you, buddy.
Not only that, but he has a phenomenal memory, being able to immediately retrace his steps to a precise location in the middle of a desert. This is nuts and nobody talks about it. He stands up for himself and his friends. And he's a powerhouse of an opponent. There's a reason he had a whole episode to himself.
And hey, if I'm saying something that's not true, do something about it.
Omashu was carved out of a living mountain. It's one of the wonders of the Earth Kingdom. Of the world, actually. And they have an incredible delivery system that winds through the whole city. The people there, their art...
Yes, please tell me everything about it so I don't get to experience it for myself, Aang.
We have a friend we need to see. We just could use a little help getting inside.
Sorry. That out of the turnip sack. Sure you can make that look good too.
Simp. 太丑.
Omashu does feel a lot more lively than the original, but they don't show the
incredible delivery system
working because they've already told us about how great it is.
Be careful. Omashu can be a dangerous place.
Look! Look!
Wait a minute. Did they just fade it in? Oh. No way. Let me see that again. Hold on. They just. Oh my god.
Hey, wait up!
You're not an airbender.
You talking to me? What were you doing out there?
How was I supposed to know there'd be another bombing? Bombing? You mean that wasn't an accident?
It's not safe anywhere these days.
Omashu could be a dangerous place.
Omashu can be a dangerous place.
Omashu could be a dangerous place.
Yes, thank you, Katara. Some of the audience might have forgotten about that by now.
Wow! Incredible!
Pretty great, huh? That's the Mechanist, the king of Omashu.
Isn't it strange how unimpressed Sai is with Aang being an airbender, since his design of Teo's glider was inspired by them?
He's responsible for maintaining the best parts of the city. Like an incredible delivery system.
Play but a small role.
Hey, if everyone in Omashu were as dedicated as you, this war would be over. Well, we have our own part to play in the war. Right, Aang? Yes. Just promise me, you'll really stick it to the firebenders. Make them pay. Sokka?
This stuff is incredible. I mean, look at this.
Those are for cleaning under your toenails.
Aang?
It's my responsibility to help these people.
How are you gonna do that?
With a little help from some old friends.
If I'm going to save the world, I have to do it one person at a time. That's why I'm staying in Omashu. Because I want to help. And I think I can. Because I'm the Avatar. You gotta deal with it! He's done the impossible.
I spent 3 years on an ocean cruise while I've been here doing everything Father has asked. Right. Was her life really in danger? Really? People are lame.
This is so close to being a character moment for the Fire Nation girls, but it falls short with just how reality TV it feels.
What I remember is that your mother was taken from us by this cursed war. And I remember everything we've had to do to stay alive since then. We worked hard and we could
get on with it.
This guy does very well with what he's given to work with, and he's perfectly cast here. I don't know what wizardry Netflix is doing behind the scenes to get these actors, but yeah, he's the Mechanist.
I have a hunch about where the bombers might be gathering. It's high up on the mountain. Can't really reach there by myself.
What do you mean you can't? This is exactly what I was talking about earlier. Katara's face didn't get wet at all, so you're 1 for 2 of making waterbending on people look like it actually makes them wet.
Target practice.
Hi. What are you doing?
Hey.
Firebending in public? In enemy territory? What a deflating way to show the Mechanist's treachery.
You're making weapons for the Fire Nation.
pretty well choreographed fight for the first 5 seconds, and then it gets weird. Stop using unnecessary slow-mo. Avatar's action is fast-paced and kinetic, and rarely uses slow-mo. And using it like this takes the energy out of every action sequence. The only times when slow-mo should be used are when you're showing genuine spectacle, or something really quick and complicated where it would be hard to understand otherwise.
That was a mean swing, Pipsqueak. Hey, nice moves. I had a feeling you knew how to handle yourself.
Really?
We're the good guys.
This Jet is so cringe, man. He's like that kid in middle school who thinks he's super cool, but no one else does. Only in this, everyone does think he's cool, which makes it even worse. In the original, he was a master manipulator.
Unfortunately, we have to leave tonight. Sokka, you're kidding me. I needed you on an important mission tomorrow. Got him. What mission?
And if you add plates here and a vent here,
A lid is actually the answer.
And you're saying you implemented this with water-based transportation?
well, no, it's just an idea I had to make our ice dodging ships more maneuverable.
Very clever. Your father must be proud of you.
Pretty good, pretty good. Size actor carries the scene again. We have to come up with some way for Sokka to develop since we're throwing everything else out.
Tinker salt burns green. It's a mineral tanners used to cure animal skins. Just stuff I picked up from my dad. Must be really proud of you.
So many talking breaks.
No, shut up! Shut the fuck!
In the old days, the city stood strong, but as the war dragged on, King lost his nerve, grew tired, senile. What are we now, Smeller B?
Freedom fighters!
Bruh, look at this dude.
Blasting jelly. A few jars could blow half the neighborhood sky high.
The firebenders weren't behind the explosion.
My mother was a fighter in our family. When the Fire Nation came to our village, she held them off while my dad hid me in a well. I wanted to fight, but he wouldn't let me. I was 8.
How do you keep a lid on hot air?
Ugh, if only we knew.
Jet's backstory's too long. His casting choice is once again perfect, though I can't help but think the original handled this so much more efficiently.
Fire Nation killed my parents. I was only 8 years old. That day changed me forever.
I know what it's like to lose family too. It was quiet. And then my mom died. Until the soldiers came.
Another one.
Remember what I said about overindulgent and unnecessary? Well, now we get to see the same flashback twice in one episode.
Sokka and I lost our mother to the Fire Nation.
I'm so sorry, Katara.
What do you remember when you think of your mother, when she was alive?
I remember her getting up every morning before everyone else. I remember seeing her outside the hut, getting to work, preparing breakfast.
The things Katara remembers about her mother are so bland. Nothing about her loving and caring nature.
Just let her go, and I'll give you the information you want.
Mom, I'm scared.
Go find your dad, sweetie. I'll handle this.
Her absolutely selfless personality.
If I tell you, do you promise to leave the rest of the village alone? It's me.
I remember her preparing breakfast.
She made food. She made food, guys.
Remember that?
Okay, fine, I'm cool, I'm fine.
This is the Great Omashu? The best the Earth Kingdom has to offer?
When talking about the best the Earth Kingdom has to offer, you should probably mention
Ba Sing Se.
right? It would make the world feel bigger, like there are other renowned places we have yet to see, giving the audience more to think about.
That's textbook pandering.
What happened there?
I'm told that Fire Nation agents in the city have taken to sowing terror to weaken the Earthbender's resistance.
That's not right. Warriors don't hide their faces in a fight. Father would never approve of this underhanded tactic.
Here we get a glimpse of Iroh and Zuko's true nature, which is pretty good, although stilted and less expressive.
Yeah. Oh, amazing.
It has come to my attention. You are
fires everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Good news? The best.
You know the officer, the one who slipped you the information about the Avatar?
Lieutenant G.
I'd like to speak to him.
No, not Lieutenant G. Not my boy Lieutenant G.
Where's Katara?
I haven't seen her all day. I was helping Sai with his airship model. He just left to show it to the generals at the palace. Why? What is it?
Teo and I found where the bombers have been getting their explosives. They're making blasting jelly in a cave up on the mountain.
Blasting jelly.
Blasting jelly. The ropes from the turnip cart.
You're not gonna believe this. I know who's behind the bombings. What? No, Jet's not the bad guy. Sai is.
Huh? But the evidence is right there.
Sai's done nothing but help us.
Yeah.
Well, Jet's a con artist who lied to our faces.
What?
He didn't lie.
He didn't tell the truth.
Because he couldn't.
What?
He's fighting the firebenders and he has to protect himself.
Oh.
The caucasity of this bitch.
Besides, I saw Sai talking to the firebender. He's the traitor.
You don't know what you saw. For all we know, Sai could be working with the King's men to root out spies. Like, he's headed to the palace right now. He could be reporting everything.
You're wrong.
Aren't you going to mention the fact you saw the guy Sai was talking to firebend? Right in front of you? That would certainly help your case, girl.
Anything I say, I'm so sick of you treating me like I'm a little girl.
Then grow up!
This is the kind of argument we should have started these characters out with.
Okay, you've gone from weird to freakish, Katara.
Where are you going?
To prove you're a jerk.
Oh, yeah? Well, I don't need proof of that.
Yeah.
Would you like to try one of
Not right now. Jet.
Later. We just launched a big mission. I mean, you were there when we confirmed the Mechanist was a traitor. I need to take care of him. Told you. We know how to take out the guard.
Much less interesting than taking out a whole village, though.
A land of the truly free, damn it. You're just another maggot crawling in the pile.
Katara.
America's diseased, rotten to the core.
Yeah, the Mechanist will help us root out even more evil.
You've got no principles, just like all the rest. There's no saving it. Typical politician. They'll make America great again!
You were right.
So, from Sokka and Aang's perspective, Katara just went,
To prove you're a jerk. You were right.
Women.
Shut up and gloat later.
This guy? Again?
This is my fight.
Fuck with that energy, Aang!
I don't need fire to defeat this boy.
Fight choreography could use a bit of work. Use more Bagua, Aang, damn. Zuko never held back during a fight, even in the Earth Kingdom territory. It was only after he won a fight did he choose mercy. Zuko never underestimated his opponents.
I don't need fire to defeat this boy.
And this scene mischaracterizes him. This scene has some goofy energy, man. It seems like something you'd see in Bollywood.
So I said all routes lead to the palace. We just have to take this one to the end of the line.
The end of the line may be coming soon.
Ready? 1, 2, 3!
When Sokka and Katara jump, the music sounds like Kylo Ren's theme.
You have my notebook.
This is how we see Boomy for the first time? This is not giving me much hope for what's to come.
Oh no.
Ooh, this is how you use slow-mo.
Protect the king! We must leave!
Yeah, Iroh, we must leave.
Find the firebender and close the gate! Go! Save yourself!
What?
For the Fire Nation!
Why didn't you just escape with him? Very weak way to have Iroh get captured. The guards don't know who or where the firebender was,
Find the firebender!
so you could have easily escaped. Oh, but in the original, he was just in a bath and got jumped. That seems pretty lame to me.
Good try, but no.
The scenes of Iroh taking a bath were not only a chance for us to see more of his laid-back and carefree nature, it was also a chance for him to take a break, and he just happened to get jumped. You don't need to have your characters constantly pushing the plot forward.
Now.
Let them breathe. Let the audience get to know these people more. This is why the fortune teller works so well. Almost no plot, yet one of the better and funnier episodes of season 1.
Oh, papaya.
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh.